Hi. It's been a while. I know. My partner for the day. Um, this is like take 7, I'll be honest. I decided to try filming while enjoying my first cup of coffee and it was not going well. Mm. And I'm sorry that it's been a while. But I've been good. I've been taking a break from social media and I'm sorry that the road noise is so loud today. There's no quiet spot in the house. Because we have windows open still. So here we go. Anyway, I've been taking time away from socials and YouTube just because I did start a new job in the beginning of August. But also, I I've been trying to get on a regular schedule, and I needed the break to be honest because I've been spending a lot less time on my phone. I've been spending a lot more time with the people around me. Um, and my kitten, who's making a guest appearance today, apparently. Um, but yeah, so my diet's been off the rails as well, just because trying to get used to a new schedule. And but I'll talk about that more later because the one thing that I really worked on this week was getting back into doing this channel again and trying to find a more set content style for what I want to do and what I want to do with this channel and what I want to bring it back to. Not only is it an accountability thing for me to be able to talk about my mental health, which I basically have been not sharing my bad days because I felt like you guys didn't want to hear about it. I felt like people didn't want to know. I felt like people only wanted to hear the good stuff, and that kind of was like I needed to pump the brakes and take a minute and step back. Um, but so topics, I'm going to be talking about topics every week, with sharing my personal experience and things that I've experienced in relationships and work settings, just in general. Um, and so each week I'm going to be able to do a topic that I discuss. And I've talked about doing a different channel or a different type of channel with one of my friends. And that's the other thing is that I've been um, spending a lot more time with the people around me and spending a lot more time with friends and catching up and planning content with them because they're like, oh, you have a YouTube channel, let's do this. Um, but yeah, so today's topic is communication. Um, and it's communication in relationships and your mental health about that communication or lack thereof. Because from my personal experience, when I hit my lowest point, um, and using my friends' frustrations and discussions that we've had in the past month as well, um, what led me to my lowest point was the sheer lack of communication in my last relationship, which I've talked about a couple times. And I did that whole like sharing my story thing. Um, but yeah, so when you get to that status quo, where you're comfortable and you outwardly look happy, um, but you're unhappy and not vocal about your concerns, it takes a toll on you. So if you're ignoring it and pretending to be good or okay and your partner doesn't notice a change, that's a red flag. But if you also don't want to speak up and say anything, that's a problem too. Because look at what you're doing. Are you actively not participating in conversations? Are you going to bed early? Are you, and then this is could be at work too. If are you actively ignoring a coworker? Are you? You would think that it being a holiday weekend, there'd be nobody on my road. Anyway, um, for myself, I actively stopped addressing concerns with my ex. Um, because I didn't want to voice my fears. Um, and I've definitely improved my communication skills. I've told my parents about my depression in general. But other than that, like other than speaking about my depression, I've shared my thoughts, my worries, and venting and stuff like that. If I was happy, I shared it. If I was unhappy, I shared it. If I had a bad day, I shared it. If I was sad, I shared it. Um, when you hit that I'm content, happy, good, and things start to get rocky, it's like a ship at sea. Like if you hit rain, you don't just pretend that everything's okay. If you're on a boat and it starts to storm, like you have to respond to that. You have to react to that. You have to fix things. You can't just be like, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine, because it's not fine. You don't sit in the boat. You react. And outside of a romantic relationship, your work, your family, your friends, if there's an issue, you address it, because you have to have a good working relationship with them, especially at work. Like if somebody doesn't communicate with you via email, you go to their office and you confront them about it, or not necessarily confront them about it, but you have a meeting and you're like, hey, this lack of communication is becoming an issue and it's affecting my work and it's affecting your work. And you have to have that talk with them and sit down, because you need to be able to work with that person. And if you can do that at work, you can do it at home, you know? Um, but if you have started to communicate with them and they still don't get it, it's time to rock the boat harder. Because, like, if there's a work situation where things aren't going well and you've already had that conversation, you go to HR. So you have a serious conversation with them. You sit down. Try not to yell. Most people tune out and shut down when you start to yell at them. I'm one of those people. If somebody starts to raise their voice with me, I turn off. Sorry. But make sure you're clear, explain yourself, stay level-headed. Try not to get emotional. This is very hard for me, because when I get frustrated and I can't, these trucks are driving me crazy. When I get emotional and I can't fully express my opinions the way I want to, or the way I feel like I need to, I get very emotional. Ask your partner if they have questions. Ask your romantic partner, your work partner, colleague, whatever. Ask them if they have questions. Do progress checks in the middle of your conversation. Ask them like, hey, are you understanding what I'm saying? Do you need me to explain this further? Make compromises where you can, but if it's a deal breaker, try not to give them an ultimatum. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to give an ultimatum, because there are things that will literally break you as a person. Be honest with yourself and others. Listen to yourself and others. Speak your concerns and your fears, or they'll manifest. Because if you sit on that fear, if you sit on not wanting to rock the boat, if you sit on your concerns, it's like a horror movie. They'll manifest themselves and they'll become real. And that's what I was doing with my last relationship, with my last serious relationship. When you sit there and you hide it, you write about it in your journal instead of saying it out loud to your significant other, it happened. But space is good. Time away is good. Taking mental vacations, even from hobbies, things that you love doing. For example, I've started painting again. And I might paint today because it's really nice out. I might paint outside. Maybe, because of the cats. I'll get footprints in my paintings. And I'm not lecturing you. You're not lecturing them either. And I'm trying to give you my personal advice, because tough love can be for yourself too. But look in on what is going on in your work relationships or your personal relationships, and look into what you're trying to achieve with your work relationships and where you want your personal relationships to go. If you want your friendships to get deeper, if you want your romantic relationships to get more serious, or end up in marriage, that's a conversation that you need to have. And part of it might be a financial conversation that you need to have. Goals that you've set for yourself. I know I've been very open about my financial status. and things that have been going on in my life, because I need people to hold me accountable for stuff. I need people to, I'm that type of person where I have to bounce ideas off of other people. I have to, which is why I did this channel. And so that's kind of what reminded me to come back to this, is that I was having conversations with my friends that I was like, you know what, this would be really good video content. Um, so that's why I started it back up again. But I also might be doing something different, also weekly, maybe monthly. We haven't really discussed it yet, where I cook with one of my friends and we make cocktails, and yeah. So I'm really excited for that. Okay, my little buddy today. He's been attached to my hip since last night. Um, so that's my topic for today, is communication. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me on my socials match. I will be more than happy to discuss this further with you guys, or help you guys with organizing your thoughts so that you can have a conversation with somebody. Like I said, I love bouncing ideas off of other people. So if you need somebody to talk to, if you need somebody to, bless you, if you need somebody to chat with and discuss it with ahead of time, please feel free to reach out. My schedule and weekend plans, I had plans to spend my weekend at the lake with my parents, which is why I'm a little irritated that I don't have that lovely peace and quiet. But my parents aren't going, so we're not going. So today I'm going to spend the day cleaning and organizing and rearranging furniture, doing laundry and cleaning my wardrobe. Like I said, I'm going to be painting. I'm going to be painting either way today, this whole weekend, just because I'm working on something for a friend and she does not know about it, and I'm really excited about it. But I will be working at the pharmacy on Monday because I technically have 3 jobs. And I'm going to be meal prepping as well. And I've been off book on that. And let me expand on that, because I've been off book and trying to get back into it because I sit a lot at my new job that I started in August. I've been trying to exercise more and basically just run around. So at the pharmacy, I'm running around all the time. And then I also might be working part-time in the next month or so at a restaurant as well. I used to work in restaurants, so it's something that I know and I can just hop right back into. But just being able to run around after sitting at work all day, I'm looking forward to it, honestly. Smaller portions, options that I can eat at my desk, like making sure that it's something easy, something I might be able to eat with my fingers in case I'm on a call, or have a meeting, or a Zoom call. And sodium content is something that I've been trying to watch out for as well, because I'm one of those people that, like, I have sodium and I get mochi cheeks. I get, like, my cheeks just fluff up. And everybody can be like, oh, you had ramen. Like, they know. But healthy snacks have a lot of sodium in them, and you have to be like, they're healthy because they're 100 calorie packed, but look at that sodium content as well. I'm a huge fan of reading nutrition labels. Like my veggie straws, I love my veggie straws, but watch out for that sodium content. I drink V8, not sodium content. Like, I used to have one a day. Yeah. Peanut butter also, surprisingly, certain brands of peanut butter have a really high sodium content because of their shelf life. And low carb, like lately, whenever I've been eating bread, it's just been terrible, which I usually don't even eat straight bread, or pasta or something like that. But I've been trying to be really careful. And eating seasonal foods. So like autumn foods, squash, gourds, potatoes. I don't really eat potatoes that much anymore. I'll eat French fries. But I prefer to eat rice. I mean, I will eat potatoes. Like, I'll have mashed potatoes and, like, so yeah, I guess I do still eat potatoes, but I don't have bread. I don't have straight bread or pasta or stuff like that. Corn and apples. And I'm really excited. And that's why I've been checking my peanut butter labels, because apples and peanut butter is my absolute favorite snack. I could literally eat an entire jar of peanut butter with a bag of apples in one sitting and still be like, you know what, I want more. So making smart and healthy choices in food is something that I've been working on. Getting back into for sure. I have written down goals for myself, and I've discussed them with friends who have similar goals. Therapy pets are real. They're a real thing. um, he's been helping me a lot with my mental health. Um, but also making smart and healthy choices mentally and in your relationships as well. So be careful with those. My topic for next week, I don't really know what it's going to be just yet. So let me know if there's anything that you want me to discuss or want help on. But I might do, it's been raining a lot here. Today's actually the first nice day that we've had all week. And I really want to get into filming more ASMRs just because the rain in my attic wardrobe sounds amazing, especially when it's nighttime and there's no trucks going by. So I might do some ASMR stuff. And so I'm going to finish my second cup of coffee and then work on my to-do list. And I'm probably going to put my phone away because I've been doing like up to 8 hours in a day, not consecutively, but about 8 hours a day, usually 15 hours in a weekend, where I'm not on my phone and I'm focusing on things that I need to do around the house. I'm playing with the cat. I'm doing things not on my phone and not on social media. Like if somebody texts me, I will pay attention to that, or calls me or whatever. But yeah, so I've been taking breaks when I need them. So thanks for waiting. Thanks for sticking with me. I will definitely be back. I might try to do like weekly check-in videos, just quick little ones, not sure. Probably do something with longer content as well. Again, if it rains, I'm going to film some ASMR for you guys because I love it. It's been helping me sleep, especially when I'm not tired at 10 o'clock at night. I know I need to go to bed because I get up at 6 now. But yeah, so I'm sorry that it wasn't quiet today. I've spent I don't even know how many takes of this video. And I was like, you know what, let me finish my first cup of coffee before my irritation just takes over. um, so yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for waiting. Um, we'll see you guys.